You'd be hard-pressed to find a dish with more flavor than this.
Black lentils simmered in a buttery sauce with classic Indian spices.
Made even better with more butter and cream.
Now, when you serve this, make sure you have some Indian bread on hand.
That's right.
Naan.
Naan. You gotta plunge that naan.
That's right.
And some basmati rice is good too.
So good.
Okay, so let's get going. So we got a nice big pot here. We're gonna start off, it's buttery. Makhani is butter.
Butter.
Let's just start off by saying we're not Indian. We love our Indian friends so much.
And we love the food.
We love the food. We have really been trying to learn all of the tricks and techniques, but anything we do wrong or we say wrong, don't skewer us. Just tell us what we did wrong.
And we'll correct it.
And yes, but anyway, okay, so I've got some ghee here. Ghee is very common in Indian cooking. It's just clarified butter. It's delicious. And then I've got 2 tablespoons of just regular butter.
Is that regular butter or is this butter?
That is regular butter,
right.
but it's Indian butter. So I made a trip to our local Indian market, we're here in North Texas. There are everywhere. I mean, Indian food is so popular, and so this is called amul. It's very popular in India. It is, read what it is. It's cow.
It's water buffalo and cow milk butter.
And I love their I love their little slogan. Read the little slogan there at the bottom.
What does it say?
It's
utterly butterly delicious.
It is so good. I saw someone saying, "Oh, you got to get this if you're going to cook Indian."
I love utterly butterly.
It's utterly butterly. So anyway, that was 2 tablespoons of our utterly butterly delicious butter. Now I have got just a medium onion that I've chopped, and we're going to cook this, and we want that flavor really to get into that butter. So we're going to let this go for I let it go for 13 minutes. I find that to be just perfect. Let's talk about the star.
Yeah, let's talk about the. I'm probably going to say this wrong. Urad dal, which is black lentils. Look at that, y'all. We have been boiling these for a while. We started off with dried black lentils, and we rinsed them off in the sink. This was last night. We rinsed them off in the sink, and then we put them in some put them in a bowl and we covered them in some water, and we let them sit overnight. And then, as you see, the next day they've doubled in size. And then we rinse them off, and we put them into a big old pot, put some water in that pot, and we let them boil for about 45 minutes. And this is what we got. Did I do that okay, Chris?
I think you did. That was 14 ounces of black lentils. Black lentils, again, you're going to probably need to make a trip to your Indian market, which is one of my favorite things in the world to do.
Yes, and we just got a new one so close to us.
I said that, just down the street, here in old North Texas.
Yeah.
And anyway, black lentils, and yes, 14 ounces. I believe you said that they're whole black lentils, and you're going to want to, you need to let them soak in the water for at least 6 hours. Like Wesley said, we did them overnight. And then they bloat. And you're going to want to, as they simmer, you're going to probably need to add some more water. You want to keep an eye on this dish. Is one of those things that it takes some time, and you just need to get the whole family sort of nearby because there's a lot of stirring involved. You do a lot of stirring, but stir as you go there, and then when we add those, you want to get them to the point till it's they're soft. The lentils are soft.
Yeah,
and
I'm just going to do a little test
you should be able to.
And I just smush them.
Yeah, they should smush pretty easily.
They're smushed.
They are smushed. Once they're smushable, they're ready to go.
Wow, that smells so good.
I know. And it's just butter and onion. Just wait. And
just butter and onion.
But I'm telling you that amul, it is delicious.
It's utterly butterly.
It's utterly butterly. So we're going to let this go for probably another 7 minutes, and then we're going to add some more flavorings and then we stir and.
Oh, and it starts to come together. Oh.
Okay, so now you want to just cook these. I generally say around 13 minutes. I wasn't keeping an eye on the clock. So
we're getting a little toasted.
You want to get them more than just soft. You want to get them almost like golden and brown. You're not caramelizing them necessarily, but you really want that pronounced flavor in that butter. Okay, so now we're going to add another major flavor enhancer. This is called ginger garlic paste. It's 2 tablespoons. The flavor is through the roof. Again, I got this at my. Now, if I was really making this like an Indian home cook, I'd be making my ginger garlic paste from scratch.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, they have really great bottled variety of it at my local Indian market. You can also just use.
That just smells.
The smell is insane.
Oh, y'all.
You could also use just like garlic and ginger, but if you can, again, you can also order it online. But man, if you can get the real deal, it is so good. So we're gonna let this cook. So we love, as I said, I just can't get enough cooking Indian food, and I feel like I'm starting to learn some.
Yeah, it's fun cooking it, but
eating it is even better.
The tastes are just out of this world.
We had, I don't know if you saw the video, but we had the pleasure of going to one of our local favorite Indian restaurants, and they let us come into the kitchen. The chef was awesome.
They were so great.
They were so, and
they gave us some tips
on how to make chicken korma, which is, if you look that up, we have it on the blog. Okay, now this is a cup of just good old tomato puree. You could use tomato paste that you thinned out. Thank you. But tomato puree works really well. That is a cup of that. Now the flavor is getting ready to go through the roof. Now this right here, this is chili powder. This is 2 teaspoons
of Kashmiri chili powder.
Which is very common in Indian cooking.
The redness is so gorgeous.
Beautiful. And then this is my homemade garam masala. I have the recipe for it. I'm telling you, homemade makes all
some people were
difference.
asking, because I showed a few people the video for the garam masala.
Yeah.
And they're like, when are you going to make next with that? I'm like, this is it.
I know. I love having it on hand. I mean, it's so good. Now, we're getting ready to add those in just a moment.
Yeah.
These are, anything with beans can really handle the salt. So I'm doing 2 teaspoons. We'll probably even add a little more. It's kind of like our refried beans that we make. They need salt. Okay.
Wow.
Now.
I wish we had smell-o-vision.
I know. So now we're going to add the lentils into here.
Okay.
And when you simmer this down, you want to keep adding enough liquid so there's still going to be some water in there. Probably like in half an inch above the lentils. And oh boy. Now, like I said, this is when we simmer and we stir.
This is when everybody stirs.
Yeah, you take shifts.
Assign stirring shifts.
You sign up for you. What I like to do is just, I get like my masher and just, you don't have to, you're not going to puree these. You want to leave some texture in there. But go ahead and get some of them mashed. And it just...
The fact that there's no meat in this
was hard.
That I love it so much.
Yeah,
you know it's good.
You know it's good if there's no meat and he loves it. He literally, I mean, when we first were playing around with this,
I'm like, where's the chicken?
I know. No, but then when you ate it, you went back for thirds. Okay.
I know. But then I'm like, maybe we should put some chicken in there.
So now this will start to transform. We're going to let this go for 90 minutes. I've got about 2 cups of water here on hand because you want to keep
simmer down.
It's going to simmer down. You wanted to keep it. I wouldn't say it's the consistency of a chili, but you don't want it to completely dry out. And so then
it's a thick stew.
Thick stew. It will darken, and the smell in your house will be. People will come knocking on the door.
It already is. It already is.
Okay, so we're going to let this simmer, and then we're getting real close. Man, you were so right. If we only had smell-o-vision. Oh my gosh, it's just. So this has been going on almost. You can see how it kind of got a deeper color, a little darker. So you just need to kind of don't go too far from it. You don't want it to stick. Plus, there's just something about the stirring I think that helps, and add a little. Just you want to maintain sort of this consistency. And thick stew. I'd say that I probably went through about 2 cups of water over the course of 90 minutes. Okay, so now it is basically done. We are going to makhani.
Butter.
Is butter, and so we need to add some more butter.
Yeah.
This is our favorite Indian butter that is so good.
It's utterly butterly.
It's utterly butterly, and look at that, it's already melting. And now we finish it off with just a little bit of cream. This is just heavy cream. This is a 1/4 cup, because butter and cream. I tell you what.
Match made in heaven.
Our Indian friends know what they are doing.
I'm just cleaning up.
Thank you. I mean, look at that. Isn't that just, it is just something about it that is so, it just takes you to another place. It's
okay, I am in
major anticipation.
Yes.
In reading about this and doing my, trying to do my due diligence and understanding the history of the dish, in India, this is considered sort of like a special occasion feast. And so.
Once again, we're
We're not Indian,
Yeah,
so
so-
don't. If we're saying something wrong, just say no. That's not right.
Oh, go on in there, Chris.
Isn't that beautiful? Now
Be careful.
we love to serve this. It's traditionally served with basmati rice.
A little more.
A little more?
Yeah.
Okay, we're eating.
I'm hungry.
We are hungry. Basmati rice and naan, like we talked about earlier, it's so good for dunking that bread. I love it with the rice.
I know. Here, let me just do a little choreography here. Little choreo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and
Sorry.
I'm gonna quickly do this so we can get to eating, which is the most important thing here. Okay, now presentation, you know how we love a presentation.
Yes. All right, there you go. Yes.
Wesley loves the butter, so I'm gonna borrow your fork and we're just gonna do another little
couple of dollops.
Fingers are clean.
I got it. There you go.
Okay, and then just for beautiful presentation, plus to add another little layer of flavor, we've just got this is some heavy cream. Just add that right along in there. Isn't that beautiful?
That is gorgeous.
Now, you could use yogurt on top of thinned yogurt would be great too.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the heavy cream is not okay.
Got some more butter.
Put a little dollop of butter in there.
Y'all.
I know. Oh, that's yours.
Okay, I'm going to mix this up.
I am going to die of anticipation.
Oh, look at that butter.
I know.
Okay, I gotta go in with the naan. Yeah. I'm gonna get a little messy.
So we got this from our local Indian, our favorite little Indian restaurant. Just naan.
Okay, I got a good scoop there, Chris.
Okay, that's good.
You ready?
Yes. I was born ready for this.
Oh my.
That is flavor like you just cannot believe. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, we may not have done it exactly right, but we did something right.
Oh.
I'm gonna put a little, this is
Oh.
some aged basmati. Did it with a little cardamom. That looked good. We have the recipe on how to make good.
I'm dying over here. It is so good. Y'all.
Have we
All right,
convinced
I'm
you?
gonna put a little-
It is so much fun to make a trip to the to your Indian market. If you live somewhere where you don't have access to an Indian market, you can order things online. Plus, there are things you can do to come real close with this with using ingredients you do have.
Wow. You guys, one more bite. One more bite. One more bite. Oh.
Through the roof. He's having a moment.
That's amazing. That is.
Wow, I feel something coming.
Another 500,000%. Yeah! 500,000,000%. Loon approved.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Wow.
It just it warms you to the bone. There's so much history. And
I love.
there's not a shred of meat in there.
Oh, wow. Oh.
It's heavenly. You guys, we hope you've had fun watching us make Dal Makhani. And we hope you make it because it is just so, so, so good.
I'm sorry. I'm just eating.
All right, I'm going to say goodbye for both of us.
No!
And then we're going to go back to eating. Bye, everybody.
Yeah!
Love you.